Hey sweeties, how are you all doing? Welcome to Nanya Semi. This is your first time of coming across this channel, sweetheart. Kindly smash the subscribe button, turn on the notifications so you get notified each time I upload, and please give this video a thumb up. I appreciate you all, and I want to say a very big thank you to every one of you for always coming back to watch my videos. You all are the best. And I am going to say that this video is not meant to harass, bully anyone or bully anyone. This is only for educational purposes. All right, guys. This video, it's actually about a white woman, spilling the fact to black women. And first, how did it start? It started from a comment where they say they need to look up Mary Turner and see why we need to learn about things like this. You see this particular video? Do not click out, because you need to see how it all started and how it ended. And this particular video got everyone stationed to it, teary, emotional, and all of it. With that being said, let's get into this video so you see for yourself.
Watch this video and I'll be right back. This will not be an easy watch for anyone.
This is the spot of the lynching of Mary Turner. In southern Georgia during the early spring of 1918, a white plantation owner by the name of Hampton Smith was found murdered at the age of 25. Immediately drawing an angry crowd, the plantation workers of Hampton's property, also known as Old Joyce Place, were targeted at once. Within the list of 13 suspects was a man named Hayes Turner. Born in 1892, Hazel Hayes Turner was a 19-year-old farm laborer who was married to a young woman named Mary Hattie Graham. Taking her married name of Turner, Mary was 8 months pregnant at the time of Hampton Smith's killing, and the couple knew all too well about the dangers they now faced for simply being black. Within just 3 days of Smith's untimely death, Hayes Turner was one of many who were captured by police and arrested as a suspect. Little did Turner know, but a plantation worker named Sidney Johnson was already being looked at as the main suspect, not Turner. Despite the whimsy of Georgia's judicial system following Smith's murder, Hayes Turner was nonetheless questioned and kept in the county jail for further investigation. That was until the sheriff decided Turner might be more safe from the town's angry mob if he was taken to a neighboring city and held in custody there. County Sheriff Wade, who was accompanied by a court clerk, removed Hayes from a cell and headed towards the town of Whitman. Hayes never made it. At some point, Sheriff Wade stopped the vehicle en route as a mob of 40 white men blocked the road. They snatched the prisoner out of the vehicle, and a handcuffed Turner was led into the woods where he was hung by the neck in a tree. His body stayed there from Saturday to the following Monday, when he was finally cut down, and his corpse was buried no more than 50 feet from the tree where he was murdered. Already distraught over the arrest of her husband while she was inching ever closer to her delivery date, Hayes Turner's wife Mary was traumatized the following day when she learned that her husband had been lynched. Without a doubt, Mary knew that the persons responsible hid their acts behind the shine of a sheriff's badge, and in her despair she publicly announced her pleas for justice to be served. She demanded that those responsible for her 19-year-old husband's brutal murder be charged with their crime, and that they proceed to seek justice in the local county courtroom. When the mob heard of Mary's demands, they sprung into action to hunt the pregnant woman down. Mary simply had no time to escape the clutch of their racist grasp around the neck of the situation. When the mob caught up with Mary, just one single day after the lynching of her own husband, the crowd showed no mercy as they put their deranged plan into action. First, the crowd of white mobsters took her to Folsom Bridge. A tree hung just over the water on the banks, and that was where they decided to throw their rope. They tied the pregnant widow's feet together tightly and began to hoist her off the ground feet first. As Mary Turner dangled from the tree upside down, she began to scream in pain and cried for mercy over the life of her unborn child. The mob would have none of it. They then began throwing buckets of liquid on Mary, which were filled with motor oil and petroleum from their vehicles. With a gas-soaked face and her clothing that was dripping with the flammable combination, a match was lit. As Mary's hair caught fire, she screamed in agony. Her cries fell on deaf ears as a member of the mob approached her writhing in pain. He pulled out a knife, yanked her layered house dress off to expose her abdomen, and with a brutality that is incomprehensible, the man sliced Mary's stomach open with jagged sawing motions, and he removed her infant baby by letting it drop to the ground, where it made 2 small cries. As Mary bled to death hanging upside down from the tree, her first interaction with her baby was watching that same man stomp repeatedly on her infant's head with the heel of his boot, killing it instantly. Within minutes, Mary Turner and her baby were both dead. The mob then cut her down, put the rope around her neck, and hung her lifeless corpse from the same branch of the tree that extended just over the water in front of the bridge. The crowd riddled what was left of the woman with bullets for hours, inflicting hundreds of bullet holes into her body. There, she remained for some time. The only thing marking her grave when she was finally cut down was an empty whiskey bottle with a congratulatory cigar stuffed into the neck.
I've been debating for a few days if I was going to post this video because this story triggers the fuck out of me. But I had to move past that to share her story. These are the stories that they want to bury. They want us to forget. I cannot even imagine the terror and I cannot comprehend the brutality and savagery, especially to children. It was not just one or two or three white people. It was hundreds of thousands that exhibited this type of brutality. And those people that had to die at the hands of these people, their stories will be shared, even if it triggers me. In 2018, they had put up this memorial for Mary Turner. And of course, some racist people went over there and shot it up with bullets. But y'all want us to forget though, right? Y'all want us to think that slavery was so long ago and the mistreatment of black people were hundreds and hundreds of years ago. Yet there is a memorial and motherfuckers went over there and shot it just to remind us that they're still here. And that they don't mind using the same brutality. So please, miss us with the bullshit. Racism is alive and well. And white people, it's your job to eradicate it. Oh my God, this video was hard.
This video might have been kind of very hard for a lot of people to watch, but it is the truth. It happened. Yeah, it did happen. And let's get into the stitches actually, so we can see what people got to say.
Watch this video and I'll be right back. This will not be an easy watch.
So, y'all, please go watch that video, the original video. And I warn you, it is a horrendous, triggering story. But I wanted to stitch this video because, you see, my parents, they taught me about Mary when I was a little girl. I grew up learning about real Black history. I grew up learning about not only the beautiful kings and queens that were our ancestors, but I also grew up learning about the real brutality that this country inflicted on Black people. And I want y'all to really think about the fact that we are not that removed. And when you have thousands of people that believe like this, their offspring is in the thousands as well. And you can see by the bullets that are in her memorial that they are still alive and well. But then you have some of our people that are so messed up mentally that they still want to try to create space for these people or seek to find a seat at their table. It's beyond time that we build our own. It's beyond time that we come together. It's beyond time that we don't fight about what their school systems are doing and we truly create our own so that we can teach our children the truth, whether they want to hear it or not. Our people will go into the future knowing the truth. And the way the birth rate is for the white population, it won't be that long until those people that believe like those people back then believe will be dead and gone anyway.
This is actually very, this is so hard to watch. And, they've always been like, it's been years that, it's happened. I mean, they just keep reminding us that it's been years that things like this happened, and it was our forefathers or our yeah, our foreparents were the ones that experienced it, not us. And then you look at the kind of things they experienced, it is hard to forgive and it is hard to let go. And the worst part? The worst part is that they are doing everything possible to hide. I mean, these stories, they do not want it to be, they do not want people to know about it. If you don't dig deep into history, you probably will never hear this, and you probably will never know this. Some people were smart enough to go into history full time. And the history that were taught in school, watch, and they keep lying. They are still lying to this very moment. They still do not want you to know about it. That's why whatever that happens in history classes are all watch. They keep lying. They keep lying because they need to protect all the things they did Black people. I mean, I do not want to go into this story because this story is one of the saddest stories I have ever listened to. I mean, how Mary was killed with her unborn child. And then they wanted to, of course, they really do want you to not to think, they don't want you to remember that. They don't want you to talk about that because they cannot stand what they did. And they are still, and they keep hiding it from us. I mean, it's all sad, but then it is what it is. Yeah. So let me know what you all think in the comment section. And this is where I am going to draw the curtain and see you all in my next video. Bye for now.